Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and I am up today with another layout for our Scrappy Advent Calendar series, and this is the February layout for Jess's calendar. And so for this layout I am using photos of Jack because he was born in Feb, so that's why I'm using photos of Jack. And I've got these super cute photos of him making gingerbread cookies. They are Christmas cookies, but that's only because Jess only had Christmas cookie cutters. They weren't actually made for Christmas. They were just made because they did some baking together. And I thought the photos were super cute. So that's what I'm using. And I'm also using some papers from Stampin' Up. Some really old papers, actually. Don't even know what they're called. But they're like, they've got ice creams and things like that on them. So Tasty Treats, I think they're called. And then I'm also using Doodlebug collection of odds and ends, which is like their ephemera pack. And the collection is called Cream and Sugar. I think Jess might have given me this in an advent calendar potentially a few years ago. And I rediscovered it in my stash, and so I put it in another place that meant it was close at hand. And then when I saw these cooking photos, I just thought, I am going to use that Doodlebug collection. I've only got the ephemera for that collection. And then I thought I will have a look in my stash and see what papers I have that work, and the Stampin' Up papers worked well. Not that you can see that they're kind of ice cream related. I did back the photos in the ice cream paper, but I have put like a brown background paper, and it's sort of got a waffle cone type image in it. You won't be able to see that on camera, but it does. And then the strip of paper that I'm going to use in the background is actually the blue side. I end up going with the blue side. And I also change up my photos from that, and I make a grid layout. Spoiler alert. But this took me a few days to put together just because life happens and you've got a baby and you just scrap when you can, and sometimes that's only 10 minutes and sometimes it's an hour. So it did take me a few days to make this layout, but I do change things up a little bit from my first kind of thoughts. And so I decided to go with the blue side just because the ephemera that I'm using is quite like fun and colourful, and the brown side would have totally worked because there is a lot of brown in the ephemera and a lot of brown in the photos, but I just thought the blue side was just a bit brighter and happier. So that's why I went with that. So I'm sticking that down, and then I still think about, excuse me, got a frog in my throat. I still think about putting my photos vertically along the strip, but I actually end up creating a grid. So I get a phone call in a minute, so my video cuts out. And then when it comes back, I've already moved them into a grid shape. And then I decide I like that, and I continue on from there. And yeah. That's about all I can tell you about this layout. Are you liking our series so far? We are making these videos, well, not a long ways in advance. It's November when I'm filming this, so it's not hugely early, but I don't know the order that I'm putting these up yet. So I don't think I'll give them to Jess in like month order. I think I'll mix them up a bit, but I'm not 100% sure. So I don't know where we're at yet with our advent calendar. I'm so excited. I love the Scrappy Advent Calendar. It's like one of the things now that I most look forward to because it's kind of fun to open a present every day, and Jess and I give ourselves a budget which we stick to, and to be honest, it's the same budget that we would have used for our Christmas presents regardless. It just means ours are spread out over 25 days rather than getting one present. So yeah. And this year I'm pretty sure we've got all scrapbooking related items for each other, but I'm not 100% sure because I haven't opened anything. So I'm excited. I'm so excited. So I will have leave a playlist down below of our Scrappy Advent Calendar videos so far if you haven't seen any yet, or if this is the first one you're watching. This year we are making a calendar for each other of 12 by 12 layouts, and then we've got a 12 by 12 size printout of the month in calendar form, and we are making a calendar that we can put up, and yeah, it'll just be nice and pretty and moderately functional. So we wanted to mix it up a little bit this year. If you have seen our advent calendars in the past, you will know that we do 12 purchase gifts and 12 handmade gifts for each other, and this is our 4th year doing it, and so this year we decided we needed to change it up a little bit, and I just came across this idea and thought, wow, let's do a calendar. So we are. And so far, it's fun. This is in terms of the order I'm making the layouts. This is layout number 3, but I don't know, as I said earlier, I don't know when we're releasing it. So this might not be the 3rd video that goes up. Who knows? And it's very exciting. So tell us, what are you loving most about the Christmas season so far? Are you doing December daily? Both Jess and I are doing December daily this year. I don't think we'll film any process videos, or maybe 1 or 2, because I've got some plans to use some Confessions of a Paper Addict cut files for my December daily. So I may film a couple of those. But otherwise, what we tend to do is just film flip throughs, hopefully in January if we can get it finished. Both of us also tend to go through until the end of December, just because we often have Christmas related activities that linger on past Christmas, particularly Boxing Day. That's usually a big one for us with our extended family, and we have to travel up to Bendigo for that. So we will definitely be doing that this year, because we didn't go last year. I was relatively heavily pregnant, and it was just so hot, so I just didn't go. So I've completely not talked you through what I've done. I have created my embellishment clusters, which I edited out the sticking down of because they stayed in the same places that I put them, and I've just included lots of food related bits and pieces. So there's like macaroons and donuts and whisks and rolling pins and spoons and sugar cubes and biscuits, and they've all got little smiley faces on them, and they're just super cute. So I've stuck all those down, and now I'm just sprinkling some of these hearts around the layout as well. These are die cut hearts, and some of those I will stick down flat and some I will pop up. And then once I've done that, we're done. So this is pretty much the layout finished. I edited out me sticking down the love hearts because, again, they end up in the exact same spot as they are now. So you don't really need to see me sticking them all down. And then that's it. That is the layout finished. I do think about putting on mist like I often do for my layouts, but I actually decided not to for this one. I just thought that with all the colour and stuff that was going on, it's probably enough. So I leave it at that. So I will include a close-up photo at the end, or a still photo at the end, so you can see the layout in a little bit more detail. And I hope you like how it all came together. We will see you guys in tomorrow's video, and I hope you're having a great December. All right, guys. Bye.